Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel for another Hot Toys Advanced figure preview video. Now before we begin, I do want to say a massive thank you to Ryan Kirkwood for going out in person and snapping these absolutely awesome high-res pics and this fantastic video. Show Ryan some love down in the comments below, because without him this series literally wouldn't be possible. Also, let me know if you are enjoying the advanced figure preview videos, because I can definitely keep them coming. Hot Toys always shows off prototypes that sometimes, unfortunately, don't make it into production, and this guy could be one of them, although I wouldn't bet on it. This is, of course, the Arkham Origins Extreme Environment, or XE suit Batman. This guy is an absolute beast. Ryan saw this guy in person. He told me that, yeah, he looks as fantastic in real life as he does in the video, and I cannot wait to get my grubby little mitts on this Arkham Origins figure. I'm hoping as well that because they're showing this guy, and we have Deathstroke from Arkham Origins already, that they are potentially working on a normal suit Arkham Origins Batman. I don't know why that's one that they've been so hesitant to make, but I think they could nail it there. Now, as you can see, this guy comes with a ton of accessories, a bunch of hands with super intricate detail on there, also this red laser piece, and also this other big honkin' fan looking accessory. More on that in just a second. As you can see with the hands, there's all kinds of circuitry here. I believe that these are sort of like the heating elements that you'll find in your car window. Those little orange strips that when it's a cold day you activate them and they disperse of the frost and the fog on your windscreen. It's that sort of tech. These are little heating elements, although obviously completely different. It's in a video game, but that same sort of idea. And I really like that. They provide a very interesting pop of color on a suit that would otherwise just be silver, grey, and black. And whoever designed this suit in the video game did an amazing job. You can also see that he does come with this red laser type piece. Now you'll have to forgive me if I don't know the name of all of the bits and pieces that this guy comes with, because it's been an incredibly long time since I played Arkham Origins, all the way back when it was PS3 days. Now we're on PS5. Crazy to think of that, but they haven't remastered the game for some reason. Now this piece, I was told, is used to cut through walls of ice in the game. I'm pretty sure that is correct. I can't see any other use for such a big honkin' piece. Now they have done a lot of very clever reuse on this display base. Ryan pointed out that that's a Star Wars base right there. Yep, it's the Death Star style flooring with a Batman nameplate and all of these extra diorama pieces around it, and painted with a beautiful snow effect. This display base is absolutely stunning. I love when they go all out with their diorama bases. Just look at that icicle there on the side. It looks like real ice. They've got that blue undertone, but then that frosty white exterior. They've nailed it with this base. I am very, very impressed. And of course, it suits the theme of this figure perfectly. What's the one thing that could go very, very nicely alongside this piece, though? If you're thinking Mr. Freeze, I'm thinking it as well. I'm hoping that Hot Toys eventually gives us a Mr. Freeze. It would be their very first Mr. Freeze release. You can also see on this railing down the side, we have even more ice coming down. There's no way to describe this display base other than visually stunning. There is so much to look at here. It's weathered, it's painted to the nines, it looks metallic, it's snow-covered, and the ice on the side, as I've already said, looks awesome. I also love on Batman himself that he has these big honkin' spikes on the front of his boots. It would make sense that he's trudging around a super frozen version of Gotham City. He would need these big honkin' snow boots. And the claws on the front, they just make him look like he means business, which, of course, in this suit, if you see a guy walking down the street wearing this, you know to steer clear. The other cool thing is on the underside of all the armor plates, it looks like the suit material is entirely fabric. That means that you should be able to pose the heck out of it, obviously, with all of the armor plates allowing, and not really have to worry about any creasing or damage. Number one, because the material is hidden under the armor itself, but also that it's entirely made of stretch fabric. You can also see they've very cleverly popped some orange in there with those heating elements, just to give us a little bit of a visual breakup from the monotony of the silver and the grey. I also like the fact that the suit isn't pristine. There's gashes and scratches and gouges out of the material. You can see on that little knee pad there's a scratch on there as well. He's been through some stuff, and I like that it adds to the story of the suit itself. I really do hope that eventually we get a remaster of this game. I've been itching to play it again. I know it doesn't get as much love as the other games in the franchise, but I reckon this one might be one of the coolest just for some of the costume design elements alone. I mean, look at this suit. He's got these huge bat abs, more of that orange around the place, and you can see the fabric pants. I was hoping initially, when it was rumored that this guy was going to be shown, that you could take the regular Batman out of the XE suit, but now I'm seeing it here. It makes sense that you can't, because the undersuit is very, very different from the standard Arkham Origins suit. Up on the chest, we of course have the Bat logo, but check out the weathering and the paint application to those panels. They look like real metal. Hot Toys have been getting better and better with their paint application process, and it shows here. Also, another surprise cameo for some additional accessories, we do have him holding 2 batarangs. This guy, I reckon, could take pride of place as the center stage, the centerpiece of your Arkham Origins display, or just your Batman Arkham display, and nobody would question it, because yeah, it's a showstopper. The fact that you can pose him like this is even better. I wouldn't be surprised if this guy is even more poseable than we initially think, because Hot Toys have some experience with big armored Batman figures. We got the BVS Armored Batman, whose articulation was a little bit lackluster. Then they did the battle damage version, and that one could move even better, so they learnt. And this one, I reckon, could be one of their crowning achievements in Armored Batman design. There are servos, there are little gizmos here and there, more orange around the place. The inclusion of the orange does look fantastic. He also has kind of like the rock climbing, snow climbing ice picks as his blades on his gauntlet. Oh my goodness, I can't tell you how much of an awesome inclusion that is. I know it's not really down to Hot Toys' design on that, it's down to the actual design from the game, but they nailed it, because that's a nice little integration of some real-world tech that you would use in the snow, now in figure format. You can also see that the chest is all kinds of scratched up, so that battle damage is not exclusive to 1 or 2 panels on the suit. It's pretty much everywhere throughout, and it just goes to show that Batman does go up against some fearsome foes in Arkham Origins, and yeah, he does. As for the cowl, it's straight up an Arkham Origins cowl with a face mask on there. I wouldn't be surprised if you could potentially remove that faceplate and there would be a mouth plate underneath, or just a swap out one. But now that they have this cowl design, it's very, very similar to the regular suit. And I don't mean to be ungrateful, going on about the regular suit over and over again. It's just because that suit design is so darn cool that I'm hoping we eventually get it. Some people have said his eyes are a little bit too small here in the XE suit. I don't think that's the case. I think they're about the right size. They are, of course, the white, unlike we've seen from some of the other figures where they have the real eyes. This one is going all out protection against the snow, so it would make sense for his entire face to be covered. I am curious what y'all think about the XE suit. Do let me know if this is something that you've been wanting for. Do you want a regular Arkham Origins suit like I've been going on and on about? Because I know that one would definitely be a lot of people's default Batman in their Arkham display. If this guy goes up for pre-order, I will include the link in the description below to toyswonderland.com. Also, if you are looking to come along and chat figures, share photos of your collection, and see what's coming up next on the channel, check out 6 Scale Network, the awesome Facebook group. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video.